Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Rama, and in today's video we'll be talking about the Salvage Yard, which is one of my favorite businesses in Grand Theft Auto Online. For the passive income, for the heist-like missions that you're able to steal cars and sell, or even sometimes keep. In general, the Salvage Yard is really fun. So I'm going to be giving you a full guide in today's video on it, and how you can earn money, and if it's worth the purchase price. So let's start off with buying a salvage yard to begin with. You're going to have to go over to Maze Bank Foreclosures and click on the Salvage Yard option. We can see there are 5 salvage yards in total, one in Paleto Bay, one in Sandy Shores, and then the rest are all the way in the city. Do not buy the salvage yards off in China. It's a bad idea. You should realistically be looking at either Strawberry or Marietta Heights. I think Strawberry is the best location, especially for the price. But let's say you want to purchase Marietta Heights. It's normally 2.4 million. You don't need the tint. You don't need the trade rates. This just halves the amount it costs to restore a destroyed vehicle. So realistically, all you're going to need is the tow truck beater and the staff upgrade. This is going to cost you combined about 1.2 million, and with the property itself costing around 2.4 million, it means that realistically you're going to spend about 3.5 million on a fully equipped salvage yard, which is honestly not that expensive. I mean, especially for the business that you're getting. Now, the first way you're going to be introduced into earning money with the salvage yard are the robberies. We can see on the planning screen here, we have 3 robberies. I just did the Tundra Panthere, then we have the Fathom FR36 and the Dinka Sugoi. So you can see that you lose value in the lesser important cars. So the Panthere is worth $400,000, the Fathoms are $338,000, and then the Sugoi is only worth $245,000. So in total, you can earn about $1 million-ish, a little bit less than $1 million. Actually, no, it's probably about $1 million for these 3 vehicles. The only problem with this side of the salvage yard is that once you complete these 3 robberies, that's it. You cannot do any more for the whole week. You have to wait till the next Thursday before new vehicles are put into the salvage yard. But there is good news, and that is, honestly, the tow truck missions pay more than the actual vehicles themselves, and I'll explain why. But something else that I love about the salvage yard, and one of the major reasons why I'd say this is one of the best investments in the game, is because Rockstar allows you to keep vehicles every couple months. So during Christmas, Rockstar allowed you to keep 2 cars. It was the Vapid Clique and as well the Fister Comet. And it was the Fister Comet off-road version. So yeah, the Safari. So you were able to keep 2 cars, which alone were worth about $3 million with the price tags added up. So you had $3 million in vehicles you could keep with a $3.5 million purchase on the salvage yard. So if you do the math right there, you're literally paying off the salvage yard just on free vehicles alone in 1 month during that time period. I've probably at this point, now that the salvage yard's been out for about a year, got about $10 to $15 million worth of cars for free. And that's without even adding in the income I've made from the business. So yes, if you're a person who likes driving cars, this is one of the best ways to get a load of money. And by the way, even if you already have the car that is free, you can just sell the car you already own, make money on that vehicle, and then get the free version. So either way, you're still making money. It's definitely worth the investment on the vehicles alone. But the tow truck missions are great as well. The reason why is because they're incredibly quick to do, and they pay a boatload of cash. So we can see right now, this tow truck mission involves me stealing the Issy. And, I mean, you can see, it's literally a 1-mile drive. Most of the tow truck missions are in the city, and if I get one that's not in the city, I'll usually just load into a new lobby so that I don't have to wait for it. But this one, all the game wants me to do is grab the Issy, and then bring it back to the salvage yard. Now, sometimes you might get cops doing these missions. However, if you literally kill yourself, you'll just lose the cops immediately, so it's not really that big of a deal. So all we gotta do is back into the Issy, pick it up, bring it back to the salvage yard. This vehicle will take 48 minutes to be taken apart. After that 48-minute window, you will get around $35,000 per car on average. So you can steal 2 cars, because there's 2 bays inside of your salvage yard, and in total you'll make $70,000 in 48 minutes. But that's not even the best part. With this type of tow truck mission, you also get passive income. You get $24,000 every 48 minutes of passive income, which is like $30,000 an hour. And the best part is all you have to do to keep it up are these simple 2-3 minute tow truck missions. That's it. So you do one of these tow truck missions, you keep your passive income at 24,000, and you make 35,000 in that 48-minute period as well. So that's a lot of money, honestly. It's a lot. And as I've talked about in the past, the Salvage Yard over time will just give you hundreds of thousands, even if you don't do tow truck robberies. For example, if I do 2 tow truck robberies, I'm earning $70,000 just from those 2 vehicles being dismantled. But you're also having that $24,000 of passive income. And if you stop salvaging vehicles, slowly over time, you will just get more or less money from the passive income. So it'll go from like 24,000 on the first 48-minute period to the next one being like 23,000 to 20,000 to 19 to 18. It'll slowly decrease over time. If you do the math, you are realistically going to be earning about, I would say, $300,000 in passive income, plus the vehicles being salvaged. So about $370,000 in total if you only do 2 tow truck missions and nothing else. And that alone is pretty crazy. Now, some other nice things about the Salvage Yard is that inside the business, you have a jerry can. I never have jerry cans on my character, so being able to grab one is really nice. You also have healthier, just in case you need it. There's snacks inside the property as well, which is really good. And by the way, you can see just how quick this tow truck robbery was. That's $35,000 in that vehicle right there. And then we'll also get that passive income. If you have GTA Plus, you can actually claim those business earnings right through the Salvage Yard page. We can see here I have $14,400 I can claim. Pretty easy. And then the other way that you can make money is with the Panthera, right? So I have 2 options. I can either sell or salvage for parts. So you might ask, why the heck would I salvage the car? This is in case you do not have that maximum passive income, because you can salvage the vehicle and then get that instant $24,000 every 48 minutes. So technically, if you're not doing tow truck missions, it's more worthwhile to salvage the car. But because I am doing tow truck missions and I already have that $24,000 of passive income every hour or 48 minutes, it's more efficient for me to sell the vehicle for $400,000. Selling the car is super easy. Literally, all you have to do is not crash and drive from my location 1.7 miles. This is why the Marietta Heights location is a little bit more expensive, and it's just because it's about maybe half mile closer to the terminal, but it's really not that big of a deal. As long as you're a average driver and you put on the brakes every now and then, you should be completely fine. And the best part about the Salvage Yard is you get to mess around with vehicles that you might not have thought about purchasing. Like the Panthera is based off an Alpine 110, and I love Alpine. I never know how to pronounce the car, but it's such an incredible looking vehicle. And it's not the best in performance, but it's just such a clean looking car. Absolutely love the design. And it's very fun to drive because of that. So you kind of get to mess around with the vehicles as well. If you don't own the car, maybe you'll buy it. That's always something that's nice about the Salvage Yard. So all we have to do now is bring it over to the destination, which is 0.6 miles, and then we'll be all done with this. So let's roll over here, put on the brakes. Oh, ooh, that was a little close to fender bending our car there. But there you go, we're done. Once it's delivered, we make $400,000. So the Salvage Yard is really a zero-risk, all-reward business, where occasionally you're able to keep the cars for free. And even if you aren't, the missions themselves are super fun. Some of them involve you breaking into the Diamond Casino, and you have to go through like this whole heist level. It's really cool. You have to break into a submarine and smash the sub into the land. If you haven't done the missions yet, they are very fun. They pay pretty well. Not only did I get $397,000 here, but if you get all the bonus objectives as well, you'll make an additional $50K. And for your first time completion, you'll get another $50K. So you can actually make like $500,000 with your first time completion on each one of these Salvage Yard robberies, which is a lot of money. And I actually think it's a good thing that you can only do 3 robberies a week. And the reason why is because it stops this business from being boring. If you could constantly redo the robberies over and over and over, it would be like the Cayo Perico heist. You'd get bored of it and you wouldn't want to do them again. But because you do have the ability to, you know, kind of take your time on these, it's a lot more fun in my eyes. And it doesn't, you know, make you bored. But you can obviously let me know your personal feelings, comments, and opinions down below. At the end of the day, I think the Salvage Yard is one of the best businesses to buy, whether you're a beginner due to the passive income and ease of access, and if you're an experienced player due to the fact, again, it has that passive income. You don't actually need to do much, and you're still earning a boatload of cash. So it's not a super in-depth guide. There's really not much else to talk about when it comes to the Salvage Yard. It's a quick, easy business to use. It has some fun different missions, and occasionally you're able to keep a car. What else is there to say? Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!